Hey there, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a powerful content management system using Django. So at first, I will show you all the installation process, what you need basically in this project. So at first, we need an IDE. Now you can go with VS Code also, or maybe you can go with Anti-Gravity IDE. I will recommend you to go with Anti-Gravity IDE. Here you can see I am using Anti-Gravity IDE. I have also VS Code, but you just go with the Anti-Gravity IDE, okay? And both of these IDs, interface and all the stuffs are pretty much similar. So at first, we have to actually install IDE, okay? So the installation process is really simple. I'm not going to show you the process, but let me just show you where to download IDE and which one. So I'm going to go to the browser and go for anti-gravity here, okay? If you type antigravity.google.com, then hit enter, then you will come to this page. And here you can see you have download section. I'm using Mac, so I can actually see here download for Mac OS. Now in your case, maybe you can see download for Windows. Okay, it depends on your operating system, but let's just go with the right top corner. Here you can see download. We are going to click here download section, and here you can see Anti-Gravity 2.0. So this is the newest one, Anti-Gravity 2.0. If you scroll a little bit down, you can see Anti-Gravity CLI. Now you can actually use Anti-Gravity in the command line also. I mean in the CMD. Okay, and then we have Anti-Gravity ID. Now we'll go with Anti-Gravity ID because without this ID we cannot actually use extension like this. Very simple, right? So you have to actually go with IDE and now select the operating system which one you are using and download this and install this. Very simple. Now I will go here in the Anti-Gravity. Now the thing is we have to install Claude, okay, and as it is a Django project, we need to install Python. So let's go for the Python at first. And here I will go for the Python. I will say just Python and search it on the browser. And here you can see welcome to python.org. We'll click here. And if I hover on the download, I will not click here, but I just hover. You can see download. And here you can see we have Python 3.14.6. I will click here. And Python 3.14.6 will be downloaded. You just have to install it. To make sure that you have installed it or not, you can say here Python version. Okay, now if you're from Windows, you can just say here Python -- version, but if you are from Mac or Linux, you have to say the Python latest version, and that is 3. And now if you say Python 3 -- version, you will get the Python latest version. I have here the Python 3.9.6, and we have Python here, right? So I can remove this. Now we will remove this and go back to the Anti-Gravity. So we have installed Python for the Django, and then we have installed IDE, Anti-Gravity IDE, to go with the Claude extension. Now we'll go to the extension section here, and then we'll search for Claude code for VS Code. Okay, this one. Now if you search it, and then you will find it, and this is from Anthropic, you can see. So you have to install it, and when installation process will be done, there will be a chat option. Under this extension, you will find Claude Code chat option, or maybe you can click here in this icon, Claude Code open. So if you click here this icon, you can see there is a chat option. Now, if you are not logged in, you have to actually come here in the Claude, and here you can see session, and there will be Claude subscription option. I mean, you have to actually buy it, already, right? Claude, if you want to use Claude, you should go with at least a minimum pro version, okay? So yeah, you have to log in through our Claude account here. That's it. And after that, you will find here all the session, all the stuffs. So why we can use Claude CLI also, right? But why we choose this? There is certain benefit. Let me tell you. So here you can see session. It means if I add here a project in the file explorer, there will be a session, a specific session for this. If I start chat with the Claude, so if I remove the project, then the session will automatically removed. Then if I re-add the project here, the session will automatically add here. This is the benefit. Let's say somehow my project is stuck and my PC shut down, so I can actually get back the project progress. All right, so let's go here in the file explorer and open the folder. So as it is Django project, we can create the Django project anywhere, but now it depends which database actually you want. If you want SQLite, then there is a process, and then if you want to use MySQL, then you have to have a server like Jamp, because Jamp will provide this server, or maybe you can go with MySQL Workbench. So if you want to go with MySQL, you can actually go with Jamp, let's just go with the SQLite, and here in the download I want to create the folder. So I'll select the folder, I mean create new folder here, and then name the folder as, let's say, Claude hyphen, this is our CMS project, right? Content management system. So I'll say Claude hyphen CMS hyphen Django. All right, so add this project here. Now either you can go to this Claude chat section, or maybe from the extension you can select the extension and then click here in this icon. So now if you open chat or new session, the session will automatically add it for this folder, okay, specific folder. Now let's go here. You can see there is some options available. At first you will not get here auto mode, maybe you can choose plan mode, and after that it will ask for some permissions. If you give all the permission, then you will get here auto mode option. Then if you select auto mode, then Claude will actually access all the files and all the stuffs in your PC. This is kind of, I think this is not the right decision to make this selection auto mode, but I select it because let's say if you can stay in the in front of your project, and if you can allow multiple times, you can choose any other option. But let's say you have some other works, you can actually give here prompt, and then the project will automatically done by this AI. You don't have to do anything if you select this auto mode. That's it. Now I don't know they have access of all the things or not. I don't know, because it's their end, so we don't know actually what is in their mind, right? So yeah, if you think about Facebook and all this stuff, so you can see, you're pretty much all the information actually gripped by this kind of softwares, right? So make sure you have your own selection. And we have here auto mode. We'll actually go back to the browser, because we need a prompt for to complete this project. If we give here random information about our project, this cannot actually make a fully functional website, because a professional can make a professional website. So let's go for the browser and go for the chatbot like Gemini or ChatGPT. In this case, I'll recommend you to go with the ChatGPT because it gives me better result. So I will ask for here prompt. Now how you can actually generate a prompt, most of you actually ask for the prompt. I will not give you the prompt. Let me tell you why. Because I want you to know how to actually generate the prompt, because every single time if you copy someone, then how you can get your own prompt if you need to generate the prompt. So the thing is, you have to actually give all the information about your project here and all the stuffs, and then you can ask for a prompt. So prompt is basically to actually write something in a professional way, so that AI can understand it in a professional way, right? If you give random information, that cannot be a professional way. So we are going to give here all the random information, and then we'll ask for the professional prompt to this ChatGPT or any other chatbot. That's it, guys. This is for the tutorial purpose, and that's why there are some basic information. Now in your case, if you want a fully functional website, in a professional way, let's say you are doing this project for your client, so you have to mention all the requirements from the client and then ask for the prompt. Okay, here you can see I need a prompt for my project, that is powerful CMS, content management system. I will use Claude Code for VS Code extension, and then basically it will be a Django project. Use SQLite I mentioned. So in your case, if you want to mention MySQL, you have to have server for this, either MySQL Workbench or maybe Gem. Okay, and it should clear the project from the very basic, and the run at the end of the project you should run the server, so I don't have to actually do here anything. Okay, so don't use default admin dashboard of Django, because Django default admin dashboard, actually I don't like this. So yeah, use a professional dashboard. Color combination should be cyan and dark blue. Now in your case, if you want different color combination, you can actually go with the color picker website. So if you say color picker, Picker, okay, if you search for it, then you will get here color picker, and then here you can see we have hex value here. Now choose the color, okay, in of it, and then choose the hex color. Okay, then mention all the color, that what kind of color combination you want, mention here. And then you can see I have mentioned here the for the front end, actually I want to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Bootstrap. That's it. Now I have asked for the prompt, so let's hit enter, or maybe click here in the arrow sign, up arrow sign, And here you go, we have here a professional prompt. Now you should go through this prompt, and if you have any issue with the prompt, you can mention here all the issues and then regenerate the prompt. Okay, so like this you can generate fully functional prompt, you can see. Now we'll actually copy this, okay, and then go back here in the anti-gravity ID, and here in the chat option we are going to paste. Now select the mode according to your choice. Now I'll hit enter, or maybe I can click here in this up arrow sign. Now it will create the whole project for me. I don't have to do here anything. When the project will be done, I will show you the output. Alright guys, our project is done. Here you can see update to do. So all are tick marked here, you can see. I mean, our project is done basically. Okay, so here we have all the features. You can see project structures and login credentials. Our server is also running, you can see. Now we're just going to actually click here in this URL, okay, and we'll get our project here. And here you can see it's a CMS studio, and I mean it's a content management system project, right? So this is the username and password. So let's go for the credential. Here in the anti-gravity we have admin 123, right? Okay, so let's go for here admin 123. And here you go, there is no default dashboard, you can see. This is the professional dashboard, and if I go here in the every section, you can see these are working, there is no error, right? Now let's say I want to add a post here, so I'm going to create here new post, and here we have content option, you can see. And we have here title, then slug, then okay, so this is the content section, and content section is not working here, you can see. So we have to fix this. How you can actually fix this kind of error? Now let's say I am here in this URL, right? So there is a specific URL, so I'm going to copy that URL, and I'm going to go back here in the anti-gravity, and I'm going to mention the URL, and I'll say that here content section is not working. Okay, content section is not working. I mean, I can't add content. Make sure every single is working perfectly. Now it will actually go for it, and there is also auto mode selected, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's go for the project, and let's check other things. And let's say I want to add category, and let's say here I'll give it test category, okay, CTG, let's say, and the description blah blah blah. Save, and here you can see added. Now if I search here category, let's say test CTG, if I hit enter, and here you can see I have the category. So our search option is also working perfectly. Here we have tags, and then comments, and all the things. So we have all the pages, and here you can see these are the pages, about us, contact. Okay, so let's say I want to create a new page, and the page title will be, let's say, test page, and custom path. I don't want to actually add here custom path. I want to publish this and save it. So page created successfully. Now if I want to access this, I want to actually just copy the slug, okay, I mean the URL, and I will go here, and after the pages I'm going to paste the URL, okay. And here you can see page not found, because I am actually I try to access it from the admin page, right? So I will actually go here in the URL, and I will paste it, okay, test. Okay, so let's say I want to access any of it pages, okay. So how you can actually access all of them? So we are going to access them through the URL. So let's say I want to access it through about us. So there is no home page maybe. If I go here in the new tab, and if I go from here in the anti-gravity this URL, you can see currently I'm inside admin, so I have to mention that there is no home page, okay. So I will say that there is no home page also, so add it. Otherwise how I can check pages are working or not? Now it will go for this also. I mean, there is a queue, so it will go for the first error, and then it will go for this, okay. So like this you can solve all the error related to this project, and you can make it fully functional. There are some issues, and these are maybe logical. So we'll fix them, and other than these issues, we have everything here working, right? And we have user section here. You can see we have different user and we have different role here. So I want to actually log in as Sam Patel. So I will check all the credentials. Okay, here you can see username is viewer Sam. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, and then password is password123. So let's go there. Let's log in. I mean log out at first and log in as viewer. Okay, so paste it, then password is password123. Let's sign in. Here you go. This is the user profile view. You can see we can actually log in as viewer also, but there should be some should have some login and all other pages like about us and all the things, right? So we have asked for it. Now it will actually add all of this, you can see, and it will take some times. This is the way you can actually create your project and make it professional. That's it, guys. I have shown you all the things step by step here. Now the thing is, you have to practice and you have to make your own project. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video.